Blending Alx. Alexander Station is located in the northeast of the historic center of Rotterdam. The train tracks and the A20 highway connect Gouda to the east with Rotterdam Centraal and The Hague to the west. The Metroline AB runs north-south and connects with the historic center of Rotterdam. These high-speed transportation networks have made Alexander very car-dependent, both as a car destination for the shopping malls and as a park-and-ride connector. Incidentally, the transportation networks delineate the monofunctional quarters surrounding the station: commercial to the northeast, retail to the southeast, industrial to the southwest, and private gardens to the northwest. In all, the current condition is characterized by morphological and functional segmentation, which result in a lack of diversity and inadequate access to public spaces. The city is already anticipating some improvements for the area. The vicinity of the station has been identified as a high-rise, mixed-use zone expected to have up to 3,000 new dwellings by 2040. Similarly, a new high-capacity public transport connection will run to the southwest of the city of Rotterdam. Reassured by this forecast, we propose Alexander as a destination in a polycentric city, one which promotes inclusivity and diversity, has a wide offering of leisure experience, and enhances the public space to blend the existing boundaries of the neighborhood. In this context, the station becomes a node for a multimodal transportation with an increased focus on pedestrian and micromobility options. The city's recent renovation of the station has started to address these issues. The subgroup ALX25 retains the current train station and focuses on the green and blue infrastructure around it. The subgroup ALX40, on the other hand, looks further into the future and proposes a new neighborhood identity centered around furniture.
ALX25, bridging the fragmented polder. The Alexander polder was erected in the year 1847. This new polder was then used as a source for energy in the form of turf. Later, this new land was used as a fruit-producing landscape. During the massive urbanization in the 60s, the Prince Alexander polder was changed in its function again. It became a place where people could live. During this era, the character of the polder structure was broken down by these new modernist architects. But the metaphor of the polder became stronger than ever, the fragmented landscape. Looking at the Prince Alexander area right now, it can be seen that the area is fragmented by these newly introduced borders, seen in infrastructural works, but also in functions and society itself. In the coming 30 years, we are aiming to connect the fragmented area of Prince Alexander by rethinking its flows and enhancing the diversity in the area itself. This will happen by introducing new functions and new connections, and thereby making a new identity for the Prince Alexander area, one that refers to its history and rethinks the area for the future. This change cannot be done overnight. Therefore, we will introduce a set of different phases for the coming 30 years.
ALX40 – Unity through Furniture Identity. ALX 2040 aims to build a strong place identity for Alexander. This identity is based on the existing furniture retail presence. We envision the area as a hotspot in the region for the design, manufacturing and selling of furniture in a modern circular economy. The new model will attract a diverse audience, including young professionals, students and cultural visitors. Existing monofunctional areas will be transformed into mixed-use neighborhoods with high-rise residences that densify the area and respond to the reinvented place identity. The proposed street-facing commercial spaces together with the public space will provide a collective furniture-centered experience. The urban space prioritizes the presence of furniture, biodiversity and the human over that of the car. In this context, the station becomes the activator of Prince Alexander, knitting it together with an emphasis on micromobility. With ALX 2040, we envision a futuristic center where shopping, culture, living and leisure go hand in hand.
In conclusion, our analysis identifies Alexander's current fragmentation as the most dramatic of its current problems. The solution to it, however, is latent, and each of our subgroups is aiming to uncover it in complementary and successive interventions. By bringing back the lost green and blue infrastructure, and by developing the existing furniture identity into a circular economy, we are blending Alx.